What's up guys, Javen here with Tech Unit, and today we're going to be checking out the new iPad Pro 2018. So there is no short list of changes with the iPad Pro from last year's model to this year's model. They've made a lot of improvements, so we're just going to cover a few of those things, the highlights, and some of the downfalls of this device. So the most notable feature this year is the exclusion of that bezel. There's almost no bezel on the new one. There's no forehead, chin, or the sides. It's pretty much an even small bezel just going all the way around. They've eliminated the home button in favor of doing the swipe gestures just like on the new iPhone X, and no Touch ID, which is a little bit sad for me, but I'm getting used to the Face ID. I like it. It really has a nice display also with that 120 Hz display. Things are just moving. The Apple ProMotion is probably one of the best displays on a tablet, or really anything in general that I've used. It's just really smooth and buttery, everything you'd want from a really high-end tablet. It's also got squared off edges, which is really cool, and it has kind of that reminiscent style of the original iPad or the iPhone 4 or 5 era, where it was real flat, it could stand on its side, which this one can now do as well. It's also ultra light, being only about a little over a pound. So, I mean, it's light. You'll never really feel it in your bag. It's amazing to think that it's that big and doesn't weigh that much. They did axe the headphone jack, though, as come to be a standard in 2018. So you'll have to use Bluetooth earphones for that, or use a USB-C adapter, because that's the next thing on it. It does have a USB-C port, which is really nice because now it allows for not only fast charging, but also you could do a really cool data transfer between your camera, between your computer, or you could even, I believe, charge your phone off of the iPad, use that as almost a battery bank, which is pretty neat. It does have the smart connector still, just like previous years, but they have moved those over to the back, and that is in line with the new accessories, and it goes along with the theme where they have the new Apple Pencil that can magnet to the side as well. It is notable to say that the magnet is very strong. You can literally put it on the side of a refrigerator, like a very big refrigerator magnet. So if you want to, if that floats your boat, you can do that. Along with that USB-C theme is the fact that in box comes an 18-watt power adapter and the USB-C cable, so you can do fast charging right out of the box, which is a glorious addition. Thank you, Apple, for that. Like I mentioned before, it does have Face ID, so going along with the iPhone X, the iPhone XR, XS Max, all that good stuff, the iPad Pro this year does have Face ID, and it's pretty quick. I mean, you take a quick glance and you unlock it. So if you keep it on a table, you'll still have to pick it up and look at it, but for the most part, it works pretty well. As far as performance goes, the Apple A12 Bionic chip absolutely kills it. It is probably one of the best chips that I've used in a tablet. They really know how to make their chips. They are absolute beasts for performance. You could run multiple apps, and that has to do with the 6 gigs of RAM that they have included on board. And between the RAM and the A12 chip, everything just loads up really fast. It keeps a lot in the cache, so you can switch back and forth between apps, and really a lot of power user features. It does come in a number of storages. You can get 64 gigs, 256, all the way up to 1 terabyte, and that is absolutely insane. It does have Bluetooth 5.0, which is really nice. That means you can connect to multiple devices. A little bit of an addition to Bluetooth 4.0, which already could do that, but 5.0 just kind of enhances those features just a little bit. It does have a camera, to be noted. I don't know why you'd want to take pictures with your iPad. It's kind of a strange phenomenon, but for FaceTime, I do see that as a possibility. So it does have a 12 megapixel back camera that can record in 4K at 60 FPS, which is kind of awesome. And the front shooter for FaceTiming, things like that, does run a 7 megapixel front camera. It records in 1080p at 30 FPS. So for FaceTime, it'll get the job done. The color variants, it comes in 2 colors, silver and space gray. I personally like the space gray. It just looks really clean and nice. They hid those antenna bands, so you could really see a nice sheet of aluminum. So overall, pros, it's great for performance. and it really looks really gorgeous. It's an awesome looking device, and it has lots of features, lots of new things that they've included that weren't included on other years, such as the USB-C, which is a big leap, the non-dumb way to charge your Apple Pencil and pair it, and the overall design. There is the cons, the drawbacks though. It is very expensive. It's coming in at prices of other laptops out there, Windows 10 laptops that you can get that have a full Windows operating system that you can do a lot more on. And it just kind of makes you feel where's the balance between it? Should I get a laptop? Should I get an iPad? And that brings me to my next point, is that it's still only just a tablet. It's running mobile operating system, and it does not have the capability of running a full operating system at this point. So you're paying that much for basically, a media streaming machine. It can do some power user tasks. It can video edit and things like that. It could even be used, as I've seen, as an external display. But at its core, it's still just an iPad. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's worth the cost of what you get? Or do you think that this is just too much to put in a tablet? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.